we're back now after an interesting break situation.
I'm so glad you guys are all in the same room. Sort of. So, Dante rolled initiative. Bams, would you whip out the initiative table thingy? And everyone, please roll initiative. As whatever you want to do will now fall in the initiative order thingy. Materialize is like a full action, complex action. So I would assume I'm rolling first astral and then physical once I materialize. I mean her. Right?
Yeah.
Initiative, physical. Oh, that sucks so bad. And it wasn't a horrible roll.
I'm gonna roll up the various NPCs.
Yeah, going on. First, the astral initiative. Damn it, I don't know how to roll things. Apparently. How do you do like 3d6 plus...
3D, or number plus 3d6.
Astral initiative is giving me a headache. Is this correct? I think so. Yeah, so that's the astral spirit, I guess. Kind of initiative. And now
No.
the orcs.
Wait, do you roll? Do the successes matter, or is
No,
it just
it's
the
just
number of the dice?
Ah, Jesus, right. So it wasn't without the greater than 5. Yeah, I remember. So a little bit of math here.
I got you.
Okay. And now the orcs, which are... Oh, so that was orc number 1, that is orc number 2, that is orc number 3, and that is the priest. Jesus, that's a lot of people.
Is that everybody?
I think so, right now. As the... Surprisingly, when Dante pulls up the gun and shoots, no one seems to react like right away. They're mostly like, "Oh, what's going on?" for the first few seconds, which will be probably the first and second turn or something. So yeah, first of all, as you guys are somewhere in the middle of the room, the chick materializes as a complex action here, near the door over here. It's not a big room. I don't know how your measurement works, but I'm gonna say it's like 30 meters across.
Okay.
Right now. She materializes over there, and that's about it. What she can do, she's throwing her physical initiative, and that's it, right? Babs?
I'm sorry, one more time?
When she materializes, she just rolls her physical initiative, and that's it.
Yeah, you can roll the physical initiative, and then I'll replace it.
Okay, so she materializes near the door. And that's it.
Yep. What did you roll for her?
13.
Yeah, 13's a popular number.
No, damn it. 13 plus 5, so 18. Yeah.
Okay.
So it appears Dante is indeed first. Or like second first.
Yeah, more or less first.
Yeah. At least where it matters.
Thank
So
you.
go ahead and shoot people in the face. And he is a human, so...
Alright, he's gonna shoot her in the face
Ah, okay.
now that she's a target again. He's gonna work on stepping forward into the actual room.
Taking innocent people as physical shields.
Well, not purposefully, but if there happens to be someone between him and her, that's even better. He's not like picking him up and holding them in front of him.
I'm gonna say, each time someone shoots someone right now, but no, not right now, but a second from now, we're gonna be rolling a little bit of edge until people start dropping significantly enough so that that's no longer an issue. But for now, everybody's sitting, you can shoot normally.
Alright.
And so most of her stuff now becomes like her magic level becomes her physical stuff, right?
She
Or am
has
I wrong?
An actual. Why don't you private message me the Force and I will send you a sheet for her.
Awesomeness.
And am I suddenly blowing everybody's ears out?
You're good.
No.
Hmm. 4 successes. That's not a lot. I hope. It would be super anticlimactic. Oh no, it would be actually kind of awesome if you just one-shot killed her or something.
Well, I can tell you that's not happening.
No.
Just saying, would be awesome.
She'd have to roll 0 to dodge, 0 to soak.
There's your character sheet, sir.
I thank you very much. Let's say here, and here. This is from like the hero whatever, the program.
Yep, that is the
This
hero
is
lab
awesome.
character sheet.
This is actually really awesome. Okay. So first the dodge, and I can see the ranged defense, so it's 17 dice, right? Right.
Yep.
So reliably. Man, that's a cool program.
Did you just have that on standby, or is there some kind of random generation?
So when you go to open a new portfolio while he's doing that, there's a hero type PC, you can open that up and there's like NPCs, grunts, hosts, programs, sprites, vehicles, critters, spirits. And then, in the critter spirit one, there's character sheets for dogs, cats, horses, barghast, basilisk, caribou, cockatrice, dragons, chupacabra,
We get it.
all kinds of stuff.
Gotcha. Thank you.
What's the likelihood of us getting into a fight with a horse?
I mean, not high.
If you're walking through a village and looking for a fight.
If you're trying to ride it into town with no name.
So, Dante, you pull up a gun, you shoot her, and just right as she materializes, she sees you changing the target, and this is just like a split second enough for her to dodge out of the way of the shot.
Yep.
Do you do anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna duck behind a person.
Okay. You're ducking behind a sturdy troll, and as you shot, you can see that everyone sort of like pulled their head up, because just only one person, the guy that you saw before, the very famished human, still just sculpting away, no recognition. But the rest of them are like slowly turning their heads up, and it's like slow motion recognition on their faces. And you duck behind a troll. Next person. Would a troll count like a cover? Like half cover?
Maybe? Like, it depends upon whether or not that troll is in a state of being where he could conceivably get out of the way.
Not right now. So I guess yeah. Okay, who's next? Orc number 3. So I'm gonna make some numbers for you. This is 1, this is 2, and this will be 3. So as you're shooting the spirit, because you're the belligerent one, Orc number 1 will try to shoot you.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
He does kind of have that face.
Looking at stuff. Jesus. I'm bad at writing, sorry.
It's all good.
He shoots you!
What's my dodge roll again?
Reaction plus intuition.
Thought so. Thank you.
Doesn't that lower your initiative?
No, that's just his don't be shot roll.
Yeah, that's like the full defense, I think,
Yeah.
rolls.
I was thinking of full defense, I'm sorry.
Damn! So close. So, roll your edge, Dante. Although I'm having like a moral problem, since I'm usually up like the higher the successes on the edge would mean that no one gets hurt, but in Dante's case, I'm not so sure that's the outcome he would like luckily prefer.
No, I would prefer no one gets hurt, but if someone has to, I'd prefer it's not me.
Okay. So the bullet grazes the troll. There's a little bit of blood, but it all happens so fast he doesn't really get it yet. Okay, so that was orc number 3. Now Jet. No,
Okay.
sorry, that was orc number 3. Yes. So Jet.
Alright, I guess with the lingering effects of her inspiration in me, Jet mumbles to himself, I don't do painting, I do dance, and he activates the speakers in his clothing.
I hear the music from Tekken 3. Like,
No,
well, that's what I hear. Never mind.
it's linked in Discord. Yeah, and he's going to then charge the orc with it's an orc who has his gun.
Okay, so that would be orc number 2. And you can easily charge him. The room isn't big, as I said.
I refuse to click play on that.
It's actually surprisingly fantastic.
You can't make me.
I clicked it once before, and I really regret that we cannot like play it on stream.
I mean, Bamce could, but I hope he has better sensibility than that.
I mean, it's gonna go up on YouTube, so it's like, copyright stuff.
So go ahead and charge however you want to charge. So I guess you're just walking up to him and punching him in the face, essentially.
He's going to be running at him and like going for a knee into his diaphragm.
Mm-hmm. Is it like technically a normal punch, or is it like some kind of a martial art thing?
No, it's just that's flavor.
Okay.
And can I use my martial arts specialty in this, or is that only when I use maneuvers?
I'm gonna say help, Bamce, maybe? I don't know. Is it something I judge right now? No.
What are you trying to do?
Charge at him, knee him in the solar and the diaphragm.
So you're just trying to hit him?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that sounds like just an unarmed combat rule.
Cool.
Do you have your unarmed combat stuff,
Yeah.
Mr. Adept? So I guess he's dodging stuff. Aha! He dodges out of the way. Like up against the metal sheet shed as your fists miss him. Is that all you do right now?
I mean, I'd like to, if this will fit in the turn, I'd like to run up the wall and, sort of backflip off it and into a combat position right in front of him again.
I'm gonna say, since it doesn't change really that much, roll an acrobatics roll.
Well,
Just like a check.
I mean, first I would need to roll my running plus strength.
Really?
Well, I mean,
it's like an acrobatic feat.
Okay, no, I'm just looking at the power.
He's using his adept power thing.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But I'm not really running all that far, so I don't know.
I'm gonna say
That's
it's
something a normal
easier.
person could just do.
Yeah. Like a normal Shadowrunner, you mean, but just...
A little more than a normal Shadow Runner, so I'll just roll it now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, too many windows.
Next person, orc number 2. Start preparing as you say stuff.
Okay, I could technically run 5 meters there, but not
That's
that many.
like plenty. I mean, come on. You're next to the guy, so you just
Actually, it
run
would
up
only
the
be
wall.
4 successes, but yeah.
I'm gonna say like it's probably plenty. You just run up the wall, fall down into the combat pose, and the guy is looking like he's questioning what just happened. You're not supposed to do that while people are shooting at you,
Like
or
you
will
said,
be.
I have magic in me.
And he points his gun at you as you say that.
Cool.
That looks pretty good, I'm gonna say. I mean, better than usual.
Oh wait, that's a soak. Sorry.
No, you
Okay.
can take it. I mean, you don't have to dodge.
Still. All right. Reaction plus
Intuition.
right?
I guess plus your combat sense or whatever.
Yep.
Ah, damn it, you have combat sense. I forgot. They're gonna have to keep shooting at Dante.
I'm okay with that.
You're gonna surround yourself with, bodies and just shoot out of them.
Yeah, just gonna get a wall of people and start firing through armpits.
Damn it, stand still. They almost shot me.
That doesn't sound ominous at all, by the way.
Doesn't sound what?
That doesn't sound ominous at all, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep shooting at him.
Ah, so he hits you. Isn't that like a little... Okay, I figure. I feel
Well,
like maybe that was a little too little? I don't know. Quickly, quickly.
My reaction is 4. My intuition is 5, plus 2 from my combat sense.
Okay. Okay. So just a quick second. Where is it? God damn it, stupid table.
Oh, wait, there should have been 2 more dice. Whatever. Yeah, on the dodge roll, that is.
Got it.
But, even with 2 extra successes, I wouldn't have gotten 6.
So you're soaking up 6 points of damage, right?
That's my soak roll, yeah.
Okay, so I guess you detract that from, what, 10 points of damage? Since they're holding rifles. So you get 4 boxes of damage, is this correct?
The gun plus the net hits. You have 3 net hits over top of him. So you add that onto the damage value of what you shot him with. He subtracts any armor penetration that it might have. And then there's your damage.
Okay.
Okay. Then what's my penalty on the soak dice then?
Looking. 2.
Okay.
No, wait, that can't be right. That, I guess it is. Okay.
Okay, that's the adjusted roll.
Sorry, that's 9 points of damage plus, so minus 2 AP. So yeah, 9 points plus 3, so that's 12, so that's adjusted roll, right? 7, so it's 13 minus 12 minus 7, so it's 5 points of damage?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so that was orc number 2, Hex. You hear a quick succession of shots and Wall running in the room in front of you. As everything happened really quickly as you poked your head out.
Yeah, so I'm like, what, right here at the entrance?
Sort of, yeah. The only thing you can sort of feel is that there's some Matrix stuff going around here. I mean, like, you can feel the comlings and stuff, you don't feel the Matrix.
So do I need to, like, do you guys think it'd be a good idea to maybe, like, try and stop the beetles? Or should I just kind of let that keep going?
If I understand everything correctly, you'd have to individually hack each comlink to stop the beetles?
Yes. I mean, I guess I could try and fight the stuff for the guns too, I guess.
You could go just start yanking the chips out of people's comlinks.
Isn't that what you did that got you shot at, by the way?
I did the
No, he shot someone in the face, that's what got him shot at.
Oh, okay.
I am the one who knocks.
Oh, Dante, you and your wonderful plans here. I feel like maybe I should stop the shooting first if I can help it. Well, that may
I'm,
take a couple of.
I'm gonna say, Hex, there's enough orcs and trolls just sitting around here that if you sort of do stuff and drop down on the ground, you're pretty much covered. Since they're not running around yet. And you're a small innocent girl.
Man, if only I had the sleepwalker like
What you doing?
thing. I guess I can go full VR or full AR. No VR.
Oh, so you want to drop dead on the ground?
Potentially. Like I need to hack this stuff, and I'm thinking those 2 extra dice would probably help.
Yeah, but I think what Dante meant was like actually physically yanking the chips out of comlinks, which is probably something you can do quicker.
2. That's true because it'd take me several turns to brick something.
I mean, just like reality check, you look at those comlinks, and as Hex, as someone who knows technology, those are like burner types. They probably have barely any firewall left. You would probably like breeze through them, but still it would take you some time.
I guess
Most importantly, you lose your ability to react.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was hoping if I could hide, close-ish, but I guess maybe not. I guess I'll start yanking chips out.
Okay. And is there any like significant thing I should remember about, or should I just judge how long can Hex? Like yanking a chip out would be like a simple action, I guess. So like 2 chips per turn for Hex. Does that sounds about correct, Bamce?
One more time.
Assuming she can like, okay, assuming that Hex can like, just run up to someone and yank the chip out, right? It's like a simple action, so 2 chips per round.
So you're part of the problem she's gonna run into is her agility is crap. So you're gonna have to like distance between person is going to be kind of, an issue when you're trying to unplug a whole lot of people.
It's not big. I mean, you can probably make a few steps between one person and another person. It's about 30 people in here. So it's not that big of an issue, I think. Or is it?
Well, what I'm saying is her like agility is complete crap. Like beyond normal person crap.
It's 2. So you can move a total of like 8 meters.
Yeah.
So like maybe 1 chip a turn?
Sure. I mean, that doesn't really take a roll, I would say. So you run up to... You can pick a troll, an orc, or a troll, or an orc. I mean, that could be a strategic decision, but it could also be just your... whatever.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to pull a chip out. Like,
troll?
maybe go towards this one. That's one with the chip in it, right?
The ones with the X's are the actual orcs holding assault rifles, and if any one of you has like gun knowledge, I could give you the number of the gun, but I don't think any one of you has. Weapon knowledge? Rod had. Anyway,
so these little pips are like...
Yeah, those dots, they're not up to scale, but those are more or less the guys that are sitting around. There's more like structures in there, but yeah.
Maybe like from here to...
Oh Jesus, there's like... Okay, so you run up to a troll, run up to his comlink, yank out the chip. You can recognize, as Dante did, that there's like a faint gold marking on it with the Old Catholic Church logo this guy was sporting on his stuff. The dude sort of, he just shakes and shrugs a little bit. Again, furrows his brows, like, where did the music go? Turns around, and then there's like bullet sounds and people shooting and everything in the air. And he just starts, his eyes go wide. And a turn is, I believe, 3 seconds, right?
A combat
But-
turn is 3 seconds. Passes are significantly faster.
Okay. So I guess he's like, whoa, and his eyes go wide, and that's what happens right now. That's about as much as can happen. So the priest. What does the priest do? The priest runs this direction.
Didn't the priest get shot in the face?
No,
No, I wound up
Dante-
shooting at the chick instead, but I missed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the priest goes this way. Can you see the arrow?
Yes.
Okay. Priest runs in this direction, opens the door, and shuts it behind him. And he's gone. At least for now, for the fight. Ali!
She's just kind of confused as to what's going on.
Things started happening.
Yeah, so she's just gonna like ready her weapon and take aim and send a message over to Dina. Is like, what the frag is going on?
A quick free turn combat discussion among you people, I guess.
Spirits, mind control, beetles, and a drum circle.
Oh, we found the chips we were looking for.
Why are we shooting people?
These fucking crazy dreckheads are using them to mind control these people.
Spirit tried to manipulate me. I don't like that.
Alright, she'll take a moment to switch ammunition in her rifle, and that will be her turn.
So
To
what? Is
orc killing ammunition.
Yes.
So now finally, orc number 1, who is feeling a little bit more tough since the spirit is next to him, he's gonna try to shoot people. And yeah, he's gonna try to shoot Dante. Again. Go orc. Damn.
Nice. It was nice knowing you, Dante.
Okay. So I guess you soak. -2 dice because of the -2 armor penetration.
Just looking at what I've got for armor at the moment.
Wet, insert whatever you have, because you're still wet.
Is that a plus or
sorry.
minus dice?
I don't know, actually. I'm gonna say it's like just a flavor, a fun flavor, like wet Dante shooting people and getting shot. Although, from the look of the water, you might get infected if you get hit.
Hey, somebody might have to resist disease and toxin. Sounds like fun, right, guys?
So, it's, I got 2 net hits over you, so it's 11 minus 6, right?
No, it's actually going to be 5. I forgot to take the 2 AP away. So if I drop the last 2 dice, I lose a success.
Okay. So 11 minus 5, so 6. 6 points of damage as one of the bullets just, it's like this freakiest coincidence when the bullet flies like below the arm of the troll as he's catching his arm as a previous bullet grazed it, and it just hits you. I'm gonna say in the arm or like a shoulder or something.
Okay.
And you feel pain. So I guess a second initiative pass, right?
Yeah. As long as everyone went.
I wasn't Dante
I-
at the start of the first pass.
No, so I thought you were doing the -10 thing, but okay.
I mean, that's a lot of
Uh,
math, but we don't need to worry about that because nobody has 3 passes.
Okay. So, Dante. The spirit was, yeah. Dante, what you doing?
That puts me down to -1, correct?
Yes. I believe so. If not, Bams, I gave you full permission to yell at me.
For every 3 points.
Yes. So I took 6 damage. Do I get it right there at 6, or when I go past that second one?
6 would be -2.
Okay. Alright, so I'll shoot at one of the guys with a gun. Let's call it the number 1 you've got here.
Okay. Quick call out. I totally lost my damage track. An average orc, average orc ganger, how much damage would he be able to sustain? Just so I could quickly write it somewhere.
The first question I have is he taking stun damage or is he taking physical damage?
I mean, how is he shooting him?
Sure.
Gonna be taking physical damage, I assume, since Dante is shooting him with bullets.
Right, is he shooting murder bullets or is he shooting stun bullets?
Dante?
I'm shooting murder bullets.
Murder bullets.
Okay. Is he doing enough damage to get over whatever the orc's armor is?
Oh yeah, I know that, but I'm just for the for myself. How much would he be able to sustain averagely? Like throw a number, since I forgot.
Orcs probably take 11 boxes of physical and 10 boxes of stun.
10 boxes of stun. So, since we are over that, pistol shoots orc number 1. Orc number 1 dodges. Is it orc with a C or orc with a K? I don't know.
Okay.
The K, because that's
You
shadow.
get him. You get him. So you got 3 net successes. So how much damage does he tries to soak? And what's the AP and stuff?
The pistol is a Savlek Guardian. It is 8 damage base. So that'll be 11 with the net hits, and then -4 for the APDS.
-4.
Yeah, -4 AP.
So in total it's -4, and total is -6. I mean, it's the weapon plus the ammunition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the weapon is what?
So it'd be -5.
-5.
Sorry.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So he gets. Oh my God! How much damage do you deal with
That would be
the stuff?
7 total.
7 total. That's a nasty hit he took.
And then I'm gonna try and find some more solid cover.
Okay. It's gonna be hard to come by around here since you're pretty much somewhere in the middle of the room. I mean, it's a round room with lots of people in it. The only cover you could probably find would be somewhere around the shed, which the 2 orcs are near. Or you can run back, or you can run into either one of the corridors. It's not that far away.
Alright, yeah, I'll duck into the closest corridor.
So you duck like next to Ali and Hex.
Sure.
and just into the corridor. So Dante flies between you guys, trailing a little bit of blood. Okay, Sansu, you're first, so now orc number 3 shoots. Now orc number 3, would he be able to see you? I mean, if he runs a little bit. Yeah. So orc number 3, although there is Jet next to him. No, but he wants to kill Dante right now. So he'll move a little bit, so orc number 3 will move in the middle of the room. I won't be painting right now.
Jet is
So-
next to orc number 2.
I know. Orc number 2 is concerned with you right now, so whatever. So this orc will move here. And he will try to shoot you. Although you're ducking behind cover, so I guess that modifies it somehow.
Plus
Does it +2? So it's +2 for Dante, not -2 for me. That's still nice. Dante? Dodgy. Dodgy,
You're not
that's what.
supposed to roll
Yeah.
nice.
It never happens. But I guess it's like GM powers, just like you said last time. It just crazily happens.
Can I go full defense?
Do you
You-
have 10 initiative left?
Got 1 initiative left.
1 is not 10.
But there's a 0 behind it, and
Yes,
0
I am
is
negative
technically
1 now.
nothing.
So never mind.
So
I get -2 on that as well for my damage track.
On the dodge, yes, not on the soak.
Okay.
Rot, can you let me know if you find anything that I do crazy and or stupid?
So,
That
like,
would-
do you have a voice of reason quality?
No, I mean I have a daredevil quality, which means I would get edge back.
Oh. I get it. Sure. So 6. I got what? 2 successes net over you. So that's 11 minus 6, so that's 5 points of damage. How are you looking, Dante?
That is unfortunate.
I know, my math is like correct. I think it is.
I am not in a good way.
So another bullet hits you as you duck behind the cover. How are you looking, Dante? Still
That
alive?
was my last box of consciousness, but I haven't gone into unconscious yet, I think.
Do you have a full stun track?
I didn't take any stun yet.
That was all physical?
I think so.
How much armor do you have?
16, so I've been rolling actually a little low on the soak.
Yeah, you
But-
need to put your body in there.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, so roll. Let's do it like this. Roll your body 2 times plus, and we'll detract that from the damage.
Alright, that was just both of them at once.
So you have 2 boxes left. If I
That's 8 boxes of damage I've taken total.
Okay. The damage in intervals, what were they?
6
well-
and then 5, I think.
Yeah, it was a 6 and a 5, but then subtract 2 because I didn't roll my body.
Okay. So you would have taken stun damage from both of those.
I-
Because your armor is a bunch.
Oh, okay.
What? Okay. That's something I didn't know.
So like the modified damage value. Like how much damage was he soaking before he rolled?
The weapon they're using deals
11,
9 points of
11.
damage.
Okay. So 9 plus the hit isn't going to come over his 16 armor that he has? so that's going to deal stun damage.
Jesus, so how powerful weapon do you need to have to actually shoot someone
I mean,
with decent armor?
that's the thing. People are decently armored, so it's really hard to actually. Here's the thing. Once he goes down from his stun track being full, you can just keep shooting him, and it'll turn into physical damage at 2-1.
And he's unconscious.
Yeah, so you can just, like, you're unconscious on the ground, so I'm just going to walk over to you, put this gun between your eyes, and pull the trigger, and that's going to be the end of you. And if for some reason that doesn't kill you, I'm just going to keep pulling the trigger.
So Dante, good news. That's stun damage.
Not to mention, it seems like being a melee troll with like really high strength is the easiest way to do physical damage in this game.
I'm still just one box away from taking a nap, so
So instead of trailing blood, you just feel your body aching terribly from 2 big bruises.
Yeah. Still doesn't look in a good way, because you've been shot pretty good.
Yeah.
So that was orc number 3, right?
Did you have any edge that you may have wanted to spend on a soak roll?
I've only got 1 edge left.
Okay.
So, being as I'm still limping, no?
I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay. So that was orc number 3. Now the weird, beautiful woman, who looks exactly like Jet described her. Since she looks around the room. What would she do?
She's your character.
I know. She yells out loud, "Stop with this violence, you!" And she points at Dante, and she extends her hand, and Dante, I would like you to roll your logic plus your willpower.
Wound penalties apply?
Reaction plus agility, you said, right?
No, I said logic plus willpower. With a dice pool penalty of... Oh, right. Of 4? I mean, she can choose the spell's force, right?
Yes.
Or is it just flat her power?
She can cast the spell whatever force she would like. However,
And then...
the spell's not going to apply a dodge or defense penalty.
I know. So I'm gonna say like, but no, there's like with the mental manipulation spells there, test with by making a logic plus willpower test with a dice pool penalty equal to the spell's force.
That is to shake it off, not to initially resist it.
Oh, while the spell is sorry.
That's why I'm here.
Okay, so I guess you resist Dante with stuff.
That will be affected by my wound penalty, correct? Pretty much everything is.
You have
Rough.
2 bruises to focus on, I guess. And I roll the spell's effect, right? Jesus.
You roll her spellcasting.
Plus her magic.
Yep.
So Dante, please resist this.
Critical botch. Damn it.
And how is it happening? It's halfway good.
For some people. I resist with just flat willpower, right?
A willpower plus logic.
No, I already rolled that. Do I roll it again?
This is like your 3d6, right? This is your willpower plus logic.
Yep.
So I guess you're under the influence of this spirit. And the influence is to stop shooting, because we don't need this violence over here. That basically, this is what she like imprints upon you. And I don't know how that works. I know how that works when players do it, but when I do it, do they decide what it means? Because this is influence, it's not control.
Yeah,
So
kinda.
Okay. So Dante, you're under the influence to, stop shooting and being violent, because that's not what's appropriate here. And you do with it what you wish. Jet, you're next.
Okay.
And you see it, by the way. You see the spirit, extend hand towards the corridor, and Dante, who is just ducking behind cover. And hear her screaming.
Alright, this is what's going to happen. Ideally. Wait, first, how many free actions can I take in a turn?
For the
One?
most part, one. Unless, like...
Depends on what you want to do.
Usually it's only one, depending upon what you're trying to do.
Okay, this is what I'd like to do. I would like to use wall running to run over the shed. And while I'm running on the wall, use my rapid draw to draw my pistol, and then eject the stun clip, and then with nimble fingers insert a regular clip, and then dive onto Talia, holding a gun to her head and saying, "We don't want to hurt any innocents. Call them off."
That was a lot of stuff. Bamce, can I rely on you on understanding stuff?
The wall running is... like, movement is a free action.
Yeah.
But it's not like a free action that does anything else.
I'm curious about the clip thing.
You have it smart linked, right?
Yep.
Then you can eject clip as a free action. Your nimble fingers lets you reload as a free action as well, correct?
Yes.
Given as you still have a simple that you're not really using for anything, I don't see a big problem with it.
Okay.
So it's like this super coordinated, like everything happens at once almost?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, like the eject, the draw, the eject, and the slamming home the fresh clip, that happens while he's on the wall.
Okay. And you're dropping in front of Talia and intimidating
I'm
her, right?
trying to tackle her and hold a gun to her head.
So...
I mean, I can drop the ejecting of the clip and loading a new one if that's...
I mean, no, that's entirely... I'm gonna say, like, that's entirely possible. What I'm now thinking is, you need to, like, jump into her, so she would dodge you, or probably try to.
Yep.
So if you hit her...
either an unarmed combat or potentially a gymnastics if you have, like, the clinch or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have clinch. I
like
have gymnastics, though.
It is up to Rothan if he wants gymnastics or unarmed combat.
I mean... I'm gonna say, whichever one is higher, Jet, just go with it.
Okay. Alright, so first the wall running.
Sorry.
It's cool. And how crazy would you say that this plan is?
I'm gonna say, just because you're gonna keep asking me until I give you one.
No, I want to... No, this isn't me badgering you. This is me reminding you and asking...
I know.
Sounds like
for
that
you.
to me.
Oh, Dante, you're being influenced on the ground. I'm gonna say you're getting there.
Okay. All right. So I guess I would roll my quick draw next.
The shed and everything is like really small, so I mean you easily can wall run over it, I think, unless you get really low rules.
Okay.
So that succeeds, I guess.
No, the first was the 3 successes was wall run, so I get to run I think 3 meters. Quick draw is a success. Way more than I would actually need.
Maybe something you could have used to oppose my 9 successes dodge roll.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
And now you use whatever's higher to try to tackle her, right?
Yep. Would me attacking from the air actually... Crap, I hit alt back.
You know what? You're wall running over the shed. Oh, someone just dropped.
Yeah, that was me. I was editing something and also
Okay.
hitting the push to talk, so...
I'm gonna say that you running over a shed, just like from one combat to another, I say easily go ahead and add 2 dice to it.
Okay, I'll roll as soon as... Ah, there we go.
Like surprise jet attack. A wild jet appeared.
Dang.
So what happens is you actually sort of tackle her. You just jump right next to her and almost you know you hit something. But I don't know if you've faced spirits before. This is this weird kind of situation where you tackle her, but it's sort of like this ephemeral feeling where she's not quite there.
So I sort of like fall through her.
Sort of like a little bit, and you would have sworn that she was where you tackled her, but she's now standing like a few steps next to you, totally surprised and weirded out. But I would say still roll your intimidation +2.
Okay.
As you're still sort of landing next to her, aiming at her. She's just not on the ground.
Right. And this would take a dice pool penalty as well, right?
From your being wounded.
Yes, done.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I mean, Bamce, it would? It probably would, right?
Is he doing a thing?
Okay, so it does apply to everything. Cool.
Everything except for damage resist tests.
Okay.
Everything's a thing. That's a lesson I think we can all learn from. Hex, be prepared, you're next.
So, yeah, it's +2, -1, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And her composure would be her logic plus willpower?
I'm sorry. What exactly is he trying to do here?
I
Intimidate
said to
her, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if the... Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the only social skill that I have, but I basically said, just stop. We don't want to hurt any innocents, while also pointing my gun at her, so...
Okay, well... Yeah, no... There's going to be a giant pile of bonus dice that she gets. Just letting you know that off the top of your head.
Mm-hmm.
So... Yeah, no.
With 3 successes, she can probably buy her way out of this.
I mean, weird things happen every once in a while. Like, maybe she thinks he's threatening to murder all of her followers.
Okay. Anyway, so you roll this, and what's the what's the composure test? That's like a willpower plus logic,
Willpower
or is it
plus charisma is composure.
Okay. Oh damn. So I'm rolling. So she, although she doesn't seem to be scared of you, she sort of half raises her hand in the direction of the room and says to you, Jet, during the blindingly quick pass, we didn't start the shooting, although I really wanted to say fire. And she does that. We didn't start the shooting. And she sort of, with one hand, points at the room, and the other hand is sort of like pointing towards the influenced Dante in the corridor.
Okay, I guess that would be the end of the turn, right? Or am
Hex.
So
I mean, you can probably respond if you want to. I don't know.
the threat is your threat is neutralized.
Okay. Hex. The troll next to you is just like waking up.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do next. I mean, I could unchip another troll.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how useful that would be.
When in mortal danger, when in fear and doubt, run around in circles, wave your hands and shout.
Somehow that sounds like a solid plan. I'll see if I can maybe brick a gun. I'm not saying I'm going to roll particularly well, but
So
it
you
requires to
pull.
mark on the comm link first, right?
Oh, so which one?
You can just data spike things. You don't necessarily need
Can you?
marks.
You don't need it.
No, data
Oh,
spike
awesome.
you can just do.
Cool.
So you use your bullshit powers to just affect weapons.
And I'm pretty sure God
Yeah,
won't
basically.
notice down here.
Well, I mean, I'll still build up an Overwatch score, but like for the purposes of this fight, I don't think I'm going to have to worry too much about it.
I'm gonna say God builds up if you're in the Matrix vicinity. Down here, you barely have any signal, so I don't know. I'm gonna say probably no. Or at least it's negligible. So go ahead and do your thing. Extend your hand, do the Neo stuff, make his gun explode and burn.
Oh, the dice love me. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. Almost
Wow.
nonetheless.
So, to resist a data spike, do I need to do stuff, or is 2 successes?
Willpower
Not-
plus firewall.
Is it willpower plus firewall? I thought it would be device rating plus firewall.
Willpower, so just like device, right? I mean, it's a gun. It's not a terribly good gun.
Right. So
Uh,
I'm sorry, it's
What do you-
intuition plus firewall. Whatever the owner's intuition would be plus the firewall.
Okay, so the owner stat, I thought it was just the device rating for whatever he's got it slaved to.
If you have a
If he
direct
has-
connection, it would be the device rating.
Oh, okay.
Device rating, I mean, it's like 6 is the best. 1 is technically electronics, so depends on how advanced this gun is.
I'm gonna say I'm sorry.
Actually,
No!
you're just complicated and confused.
I know. Like, the worst part is, like, this is the one thing I should be decent at.
Too bad.
Well, it is a freak accident, so, you know.
We just keep you around for the merch opportunities.
I mean,
Something,
wow.
right?
Okay, so you extend your hand, you aim it at whatever gun you want to aim it because it makes no difference. You just, I mean, you're in the room, it's a weird situation, there's a lot of smelly people around and trolls and stuff and people are shooting, it's hard to focus and there's no matrix around, so you feel weird. It doesn't quite do, you have to focus better. Hex, that's now orc number 2. Orc number 2 heard the call. Now, is there something like hold action in Shadowrun? Like, can I run up to Jet and just not shoot and just tell I will shoot when he does stuff?
Yeah, you can totally hold your action.
So Orc number 2 runs up to you, Jet. So like he just passes the shed, not over the shed, just next to the shed. Aims his rifle at you, seeing as you're in quote unquote conversation with Talia. Aims it at you and stops, and just is prepared to do anything if you do anything. Ali, what you doing?
For one simple action, I will take aim at the obvious mage. And I'll send a message of like, what the frag is going on?
I'm gonna say everyone can say something.
We're shooting, we're not shooting, we're fighting, we're not fighting. Do I shoot her or not?
I'm gonna quote Jurassic Park here. I'm like, shoot her, shoot her.
You don't get a say in this, sir.
Do your bullets hurt spirits?
Hopefully.
And that's actually over DNI.
So it's HYYYYH.
I like to think of it as, he's projecting his internal, his head voice.
Okay. Dante, are you saying anything?
Ugh.
A lot of adequate responses, Ali.
Kinda hurting right now.
I think she will also hold her action then.
So it's like a Mexican standoff.
Yes, it is a sewer-based standoff.
A crazy cult sculpture drum circle standoff. I mean, you can remove the priest from the thingy right now. I mean, the orc number 1 is like, I'd say, next to Jet, and he's going to do the same thing. So if no one is doing anything, it's back to Dante's turn. The orc number 1 does the same thing. He just aims at Jet, but looks at the spirit, and that's like...
We're gonna have to re-roll initiative.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get some number, boys.
Although, people are not shooting, so maybe we don't have to?
I mean, that's fair. If you want to wait and see what happens with negotiations, we can wait on it.
Since I'm gonna go on a limb here and say, like, Dante's not going to be first right now, since he's terribly hurt.
Probably not.
So I'm gonna say the next best person was the spirit and Jet. So, Jet, what would you like to say?
I just want to pull out a med kit
Okay, go
while
ahead.
we have a quiet moment.
We keep on shooting like this, a lot of the innocent people are going to get hit in the crossfire. We just want to finish the job. We don't want to have to hurt anybody. And yeah, I know Dante over there shot at you. I'm sorry. He looks pretty messed up, if it makes you feel any better.
She looks at you, like, half furious and says, like, you come here, into my domain, start shooting at my people, and now threaten me even more. Why? Why would you do it? Why would you want to destroy those people's happiness? Why would you chase away their inspiration?
1, because this happiness is fake. 2, I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say your priest has been organizing raids against people in the underground. 2, no, that's it. Yeah, no, I think that kind of sums up everything up. We don't want to hurt your people. You want to keep on inspiring people? Cool.
So
But
Dante,
things are taking a turn.
Okay. If anyone, just throwing it out there, if anyone wants to say anything, you'll have to sort of interrupt me because I don't know. I will be probably responding to whatever Jet says. So.
Allie is cool being quiet for the moment because she doesn't want to draw attention to the fact that she's got a rifle pointed at her.
Mm-hmm.
Hex?
Hex is not 100% sure what exactly is going on. She just came into a firefight, basically.
Mm-hmm. Okay, she looks at Jet.
Hold on,
and Jet is talking.
You were in my head long enough to pull out a fantasy. Maybe were you there to pull anything out a little less shallow?
She makes a it's like this proud sort of face, and it's like, no, I only take what you give.
Then how's about this? I let you back in, you see what I actually want, and how I don't want to hurt innocent people, and maybe what we've learned this entire time. Maybe your priest has been screwing around with your, preachings. Not the first time that ever happened, huh? So go ahead, come on in.
She looks at you and says, I don't need to go inside. This, and she sort of points at the concrete, at the shed. Do you think I enjoy this? This place? Those people? Those... We do what we do here to give them happiness. Does it matter if it's fake or not? It doesn't. It makes them happy. It makes their lives better than whatever they had out there. They're protected, they're taken care of, and in exchange all I ask for is that they create. This is not a lot. This is certainly better than most of you guys out there.
You're
And
not
the priest.
asking.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Oh, he can't really talk to her because he's on the other side of the room, collapsed in a passageway.
You can't
I'm gonna
yell?
say the echo is dying down, but I would say there's like an uncomfortable silence as everybody's pointing at everyone, rifles at everyone.
Alright. Well, then Dante will choke out as loud as he can, but you're not asking.
I don't have to see their pain, to see their suffering, and to know that their lives will be better off with me in them. And the priest knows this as well.
Jet is going to turn to the orc.
Which one? There are two next to you right now.
Okay, then he's just going to say, I am putting away my gun, so don't shoot me, please. And Jet holsters it.
I'm gonna say, take your one edge, mister.
Okay.
That's a pretty daredevil thing to do right now. Okay, does anyone else do anything?
Well, I was about to say something, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. So
No, if they're gonna do action, sure.
First of all, people, just like uncomfortably waiting for what's about to happen.
I send out a DNI of, so we're not shooting people.
Not if we don't have to.
I have a difference of opinion.
Quiet you.
I don't know right now, Dante.
Is he still under the influence?
I would say that maybe not so much. At least you're conflicted.
Just think, Dante, there are so many other ways that you could hurt somebody that don't involve shooting.
Yeah. No, we're not shooting. We're gonna blow this whole fragging place to Kingdom Come.
Do you say that?
This is all over DNI.
Yeah, this is DNI, but yes.
Okay. So you guys hear it, they don't. As you're putting the rifle on the ground, you're talking. Go ahead.
I haven't put it down yet. but definitely like what is actually going on.
Listen, have you been outside of this little compound?
Yes.
And you've seen the fact that people are going crazy and getting violent.
Yes.
More so than usual.
But that's not my fault.
Then whose fault is it?
Let me reach into your mind like you proposed. And she extends a hand.
Take what you need, and let's actually have a talk.
She touches your hand, and you see an image. Sort of, she doesn't reach very far. I mean, you're an adept, you can probably sense something. She reaches just far enough for you to get a mental image of a swirling cloud of black smoke that has like red bright eyes that is hanging over a bunch of trolls in red. And they're like those really small threads of dark smoke that are trailing like from the cloud to each one of them. She then sort of starts talking again. I, as you can see, try to isolate, try to save them. But there are others here. This is a very vulnerable place, and many try to use it. That's why we have to protect ourselves. That's why, and she points at the orcs with the rifles, they choose me. And that's why then she points at the few scorchers that are on the ground, came here willingly after they heard happens out there and what awaits them in the gang. I am not the one murdering people. I am trying to save them from being murdered and give them a little piece of heaven.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess I need to follow my own advice about assumptions, huh? However, you want to inspire people. I am all for it. These chips, they're not great news. Can't you just improve the situation, actually build something?
Now,
it's not like you don't have anybody that you can't inspire to make the world a better place.
I would say Jet and anyone else who's listening, roll like an insight, is it? Or like judge intentions or whatever? And I guess Jet is the only one magical around here, right?
Yeah.
Because we are missing a resident mage. Man, I'm rolling a lot of ones tonight. There was 3 ones on that test too.
Wounded intentions.
Huh. You know what? I'm going to use that point of edge.
Okay.
Well, thank God that helped.
I didn't look yet. I'm looking for the spirit's composure stuff.
Does re-rolling...
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah, does re-rolling...
I don't think you can botch that.
Okay, good.
No, she's truthful. She appears to be genuinely invested in everything that's going on here. But just as a fun exercise, Jet, roll your edge. attribute once. Just like before when you heard the song. Mm-hmm. You get a slight feeling, but that's like something's off. But I'm gonna say just like that's not enough. That's all you feel. That she is
Okay.
being truthful. Something here is off. And I mean, you were shooting all over the place a while ago, so it just might be. She.
I mean, the whole situation is off.
She looks at you and says, "If you're willing to leave us alone, we will let you go with all of your possessions. Just leave my enclave,
Enclave.
this place alone. The chips are helping. They are essential."
Is there anything that I can provide to actually help these people in exchange for the chips?
She looks almost like wounded slash I don't know how to call it, like spurned. And
Don't
she's
get
like,
me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Your inspiration is definitely helping these people. But couldn't it be used to make this entire place beautiful? Not just physically.
as you're saying that, Hex, you're somewhere on the ground among all the orcs and trolls. And the troll that you sort of unplugged with wide eyes was looking for a few seconds around, and then he sort of turns around with shaking hands, finds your hand, grabs it like half-heartedly, like he doesn't have much strength left in him, and he's like, where am I? What is going on? Who are you? I mean, and he sort of like he falls a little bit, just catches himself. He's still a troll, so he is still like a fair amount of muscle on him, but he looks relatively weak. He is half whispering, so you don't feel like anyone else kind of hears it immediately.
I'm going to tell him, well, you're apparently in some sort of cathedral for some weird new religion.
He looks at you, cocks his head with like, what? And Jet, you see as the spirit sort of, as she's talking to you, as she's receiving what you're getting, her eyes widen just a slight bit. She turns towards like somewhere in the middle of the circle, extends her hand again. Or no, not even done. She just looks at the circle again. And you, Jet, please roll Perceiving Magic. What is Perceiving Magic, Bamce?
It's just perception plus intuition. It's just a normal perception.
So roll Perception plus Intuition. And do I roll anything to check if he saw the spell?
No, it's a. So the question I have for you is, what force is the spell being cast at?
4.
Okay, so you need to get 3 hits on this.
There you go.
So Sue was doing some stuff, and you saw how this looks, and you saw some spells in your life. She just turned around from you, from the conversation with you, somewhere to the middle of the crowd, at a guy who was talking to Hex, and focused, and she definitely cast a spell. And Hex, you see as the guy sort of like, and by the way, everyone else is still doing their stuff. Like, as the shooting stopped, they all calmly started going back to whatever they're doing. And the guy sort of just looks at you and it's like, oh my god. And he starts like Jesus. In a weird voice that you cannot understand, he starts mumbling some kind of like a poem in Orzet. So, just like
Random
half
haiku.
joking. Exactly. But like, it's like the strangest thing that happens because he's mumbling like barely taking any breath. It's like he's really, really, really into that haiku, like you've never seen before. Like, and she goes back to you, Jet, and looks at you
She
and
cast it
says,
on him or on Hex?
"On him, on the troll."
Yeah, the troll.
Okay.
She looks at you, Jet, and says, "You don't need to give me permission to inspire. I will improve things." And she sort of like corrects herself. "We will improve things as necessary here. And you just came in here, and you will leave. As any opposition to true inspiration would. Your friend," and she points at the corridor, "is in dire need. I suggest you follow his advice. I'm sure he sees things my way."
You don't want me to follow his advice. From what I just saw, you don't actually care about these people. Your only goal is to inspire. Maybe it's all you can do. And I wasn't looking or trying to grant you permission. I was just asking if there was another way you could go about it that would help everybody here and maybe make this place less vulnerable to that smoke thing that you showed me.
"What are you proposing? If you don't have an answer for me, then please leave. Or," and she sort of like, there's this or else motion as she raises her hand. And you can hear like,
People fight harder for a cause that they choose willingly. You want to build a community that would help everybody here. And I don't mean just in this dome. I mean, that'd be a major undertaking that could actually improve so much and protect so many people and make so many people's lives happy, or as close as happy as we can get in this world. You can inspire great works of kindness and bravery and craftsmanship. I could, if need be a link to the surface. There ain't exactly a stuffer shack down here. Maybe I could help, and not just because not because I'm in your thrall, or I see you as some sort of goddess, or the fact that you took the fraggin' form of my loneliest fantasies. Because I actually give a damn about the people down here. I'm not speaking for the rest of my team. I can only speak for myself.
Okay. First, roll. I'm gonna say, roll some kind of like a negotiation thingy. What, like, Bumps? What would it be with like a speech skill, charismatic speaking skill?
I mean, it could just be a negotiation. He can get some potential bonus dice dependent upon how open the other person, the target, the spirit, is to what he's selling. But it is more like he's trying to play nice. So that's basically a negotiation, unless he's lying to her, in which case it would be more of a con.
All I have is etiquette and intimidation, so just tell me what to roll.
I mean, you could potentially give it to him on etiquette too, but that's more for um, like social balancing and just kind of like fitting in rather than um, convincing her to see his viewpoint.
Okay. I am really regretting using that last point of edge, but let me know if I have any bonus dice.
I mean, you can always try.
You certainly have, but at what? Where were the social stuff dice? Like long, somewhere down.
All the way in the
Important tables, combat actions, social skill tests, extended, blah blah. Social modifiers. Okay. I'm gonna say, in this very special situation, you can use etiquette. What's your etiquette level going up? Because you have plus. I mean, the way I think about it, you might have as much as +4 dice to it. Looking at everything. Now, Bams, is 4 a lot, or is it?
is for the amount that the chart shows you.
Yes and no. Just like generally.
Four is generally a high amount, but you know it's everything in context. Like one dude who is tied up naked to a chair is going to be facing like +2 from being outnumbered, +2 if you're using magic, +2 if you've got guns visually brandished. You know, it can pile on, but
I will add the fact that she has access to my mind and to see that he is truthful and what he's
I'm gonna say,
actually about.
Okay.
Okay.
So add 5 to that, not 4 or 5, because modifiers and stuff. Now, what is everybody else doing? Is this the last roll, right? Do you really help these people?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Guys?
Failing at first aid. But
yeah, I guess Hex can go over there and try and first aid you.
no. I'm stumbling my way back out surface side.
Oh, so you're just walking back, right?
Yeah, I gotta find a demolitions expert.
Allie would like grab your arm and be like, where do you think you're going?
It hurts.
And she'll pull her hand back like, oh, sorry. Where do you think you're going?
It's gonna grimace a bit and just turn to keep walking. Well, I can't let this go.
Like, she'll go around and get in front of you. It's like, look, we can't just break up and leave them here.
I'm not helping anyone in this condition.
Yeah, but nothing's happening. Look, if you start walking back here and look at you, you look like hell. They're going to see a free meal and they're going to finish you off.
It's gonna sigh and deflate a little bit, and then just kind of collapse against the wall and slide down to sit.
And she'll, you know, kind of crouch down, sit next to you, be like, you are just really messed up. And then I check my character sheet to make sure I got stim patches.
It's gonna laugh a little bit, and then it's gonna turn into like a choke.
Say, here, hold on. And she'll fill around with a tactical pocket and pull out a stim patch for you and offer it to you.
Roll some stimming.
Oh, they don't roll; they just do.
Okay, so you're alleviated of what, 6 points of stun?
Is he putting it on?
Yeah, he'll take it and apply it.
That'll be 5 boxes of stun, sir.
Hex, you doing stuff?
I was going to try and help him out, but 5 boxes is way better than my first aid roll, so I guess not.
Well, I mean, that's temporary. This is actual.
Yeah, he also already tried the first aid himself, so GG
That's
on
true,
that.
he did.
Oh, okay.
Why would you have tried first aid on yourself with your massive penalties, dude?
Nobody else was.
Nobody cares.
We were kind
Anyway.
of busy.
I mean, I meant like since Dante was walking away, Hex, are you doing anything in like a conversation way?
Ace is gonna look over and say, maybe try her hand at negotiations since our current normal negotiator is kind of out, and she can't do any worse than Jet, right?
It wasn't a terrible roll, all things considered.
Mm-hmm.
Well, considering how many ones I rolled, that's probably very reasonable.
So what you doing, Hex?
Ace is gonna go. We don't mind helping people, but we want to do something that's going to be, a lasting change down here. Something that would would help these people permanently. Something that would give them real hope, not some false sense of it.
She snaps to you. Like her head snaps to you.
Oh no!
And
No!
for the first time, you hear this kind of like maleficent kind of laughter out of her. It's not exactly like this ho 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 ho. It's like more like a full on
Yeah, I will edge.
evil kind of laughter. Or I should get used to asking, are you satisfied with this level of success? I forgot about it.
Yeah, one more success. I'll get two.
Yeah, she's gonna like laugh out loudly. It's like lasting change here. Oh, you innocent creature! There's nothing that can be done for this place. Nothing except what I'm trying to do, and I am struggling. Here, we. And as she says we, the door opens and the priest comes in again. It's like very slowly looking around and looking the rifles, so he stays sort of like half behind the door, and he says, "What do you want? What do you need to leave this place alone? We have enough trouble. You're not helping. You say you want to help, and you start shooting people? How are you helping?"
Things
Well, in
got
all fairness, technically, that wasn't our intention. That was just our friend who got scared.
I love the. Oh no, that was just Dante. We barely know him.
Listen, I can't control what other people do. I mean, I guess not like you, But maybe I can help to make up for what just happened. We just want the chips, and in exchange, I will give you a hand in actually trying to make this place a safer place and maybe make people happy. If that's not what you want, then I'm not sorry, and we'll leave, and we'll see where we go from there.
There's like a few seconds of uncomfortable silence as she seems to just look at like past you towards the priest. Then she looks back at you. How?
How what?
How would you help?
I could bring in supplies. I could bring in building materials if need be. I could work my contacts to see what they could provide.
She looks at the little amount of blood somewhere in the middle of the room, or from one of the like bruises or grazes or whatever. She looks all over the room, looks at the bullet holes, then looks back at you. Fine. I don't believe this is worth it. Take the chips and leave. You can contact this place by coming here anytime you want. We will not give you additional access.
Jet slides the comm code of one of his spare comm links over to the priest.
Yeah, let's say like one of the orcs, because they're like near to you.
Yeah,
Okay. He just takes it.
Yeah, I mean via AR.
Okay, sure. The priest has no equipment on him, so I guess one of the orcs.
Yeah.
One of the orc that took's like, I've got a comlink number, and she kind of looks at him like, okay, and then looks back at you.
A way to contact me.
Fine. Is this satisfactory?
I sure hope it is. I like to see people inspired to make the world a better place as the next guy. Actually, a little more now that I think about it, but yeah.
You don't need to mock me.
I wasn't mocking. That was me trying to be sincere about helping you. And these people, well, these people first. You, as long as you keep on helping them.
She doesn't exactly respond to that. She just sort of makes this motion where she raises her hands and claps a few times. Listen, everyone. I am terribly sorry, but because of those people here, you need to stop listening to the music. You need to stop hearing that. We will make do. I will try to do whatever I can to help you alleviate the pressure of this place. But this is for the greater good, and we will strive to go through it together. Please, remove the chips. And slowly they start to sort of take out the chips and just sort of sit with them, like generally. She also points at one of the orcs, and the orc sort of like goes into the shed. You can hear like a, and he sort of gets back with like a small metallic box that has a few dents in it. Here, collect it and leave. And weigh it upon your conscience of all the peace you've taken, of all the inspiration you've prevented.
Thanks. And then he turns to the orc who still has his gun. Can I have that back? I actually know a guy, so, maybe we can work out a way to, contract to get you other ones, but that's mine.
He mumbles something suspiciously similar to frag off and reaches and gives you your gun back.
Thanks, man. We'll talk about creating a shopping list for general supplies. Peace out. And Jet, walks out.
and there's this scene where at least you and Hex, I assume, are walking between all of those people and taking a single chip at a time from them, collecting as they sort of like half asleep, half disoriented, give you those chips. You sort of like snatch them out of their hands, I assume. And in total, I would say. So, sorry?
Not snatch, that implies certain meanness.
Well, okay, but they're like not. They're not willingly letting go all of the time, but
Okay, then a gentle.
just because they're half sleepy. Other than that, I would say that you collected, all in all, 93 chips. You have no idea how many chips there were. No, actually, he would tell you that there were about 100 chips. Just like an even number. So you gathered 93 chips in the box, just in case you wanted to count somewhere along the line.
Yeah, down like once we're out of this nonsense.
Yeah, exactly. And she sort of looks at you, and she has the same stare that she had, only now hurt and mean, and like, get out of here. Just get out of my sight. And the priest is still sort of half cowering behind the door, and the orcs are still sort of trained. They have their guns trained on you, and yeah, that's kind of it. You sort of walk around all of them, gather the stuff, and are asked to leave. And as you're getting close to the exit, she vanishes.
Jet helps Dante up, gives him support.
Allie will help him on the other side.
Dante, you feel the influence fading. If that changed anything, I guess.
I mean, I kind of want to walk in and start shooting again. But I can't really manage that at the moment.
Yeah.
So, what you guys doing?
Let's just get out of here.
Man. She got the look right, but the personality was all wrong.
You're really that shallow.
I'm sorry, are you saying that I should be attracted to psychotic, short-sighted? Is she a person? I don't know. What's the nomenclature there?
She just shakes her head and concentrates on getting the hell out of here. This place smells terrible.
Getting the hell out sounds like a good idea.
You leave, the guards walking behind you a little bit. I'm just gonna say you call back the car or just walk out of there.
A long, terrible walk through the goddamn sewers.
Yeah, with Dante sort of like stumbling between all of you, and of all people, Hex watching out for your back. And you walk out of the Orc Underground with your prize. I'm gonna say that's a good ending.
Aww.